Danny, you feeling pretty comfortable now with Ryu being a number 3 guy in the playoff rotation, or is it still?
No, we haven't made any decision on who it's going to be, but I've always been comfortable with Hunjin the way he pitches. So I don't think we've ever been any question marks about Hunjin. The biggest thing we've tried to do the second half is getting plenty of rest, and we've been able to spread him out pretty good here the second half.
Could you talk about what you've been seeing from Temp, his swing, not only just the day that he went 4 for 4, but since then and tonight?
Well, kind of two different worlds, honestly. I mean, that day was 4 for 4. It kind of seemed like he struggled with the swing, really. Since then, tonight was the best I've seen him again. And so, kind of in and out still. I think hopefully he's gaining confidence, seeing him go center field like that, and then the base hit really right on the righty there. So hopefully he's getting more confident, his timing's coming, more confident with his legs and everything else. So it's what we need.
Were you concerned at any period of time there? Because after that 4-hit game, he only had like 2 hits before coming into tonight. Were you getting a little concerned?
No, we're just paying attention. If we needed another day off in there or somewhere, and just trying to keep it going. So again, we always kind of pay attention to the guy that's coming back like that. Hadn't had a lot of at bats. You want to see what the timing's going to go.
How do you think Crawford moved out there? It seemed like he was kind of back to his old self.
Yeah, Carl was good tonight. Obviously throughout the hits and running in again. He's been running more lately, which is a good sign for us. I think he's more comfortable, so it means he's feeling good. So it's a good sign tonight.
With all these different injuries, the hamstring, the back, and everything, the cold weather out there, and were you a little concerned or hesitant or nervous?
Well, I mean, I'd love to wrap him up in cellophane, but we can't. We got to play, and so I don't really think like that. Anything could happen anytime, So just as long as they're feeling good and we feel like they're getting rested, we're not going to overuse them. Just hopefully nothing happens.
Talk about all the at-bats Matt got in Arizona, kind of being like a second spring training for him. Do you still see him coming out of that? Is he still in kind of that rust mode, getting going again?
I'm sure it's day to day with him. Some days better than others, certain matchups. Guys, really Matt has been a tough matchup on him over the years, so it's good to see him, get him. But I think, even though he had all those at-bats down in Arizona, that's still not game at-bats. As far as major leagues where everybody's out here and everything's going on. So, but, he looks comfortable, and for the most part.
Comfortable enough that you look at him as kind of an X factor for the playoffs.
Well, he is Matt Kemp, So this is a guy that's we've seen him a couple of years ago, and a lot of people looked at him as the best player in the game, or one of at that point. So and until he got hurt last year, early on, we've seen a lot of the same things. So. Is he back to that and feeling that comfortable and confident? I don't know about that, but to get a healthy Matt Kemp back where we could play him every day would be a nice thing for us.
Don, was Puig bunting on his own there?
Yeah, I usually don't try to bunt the pitcher over.
Did you like the play? Not like the play? How did you view that?
Well, I'm not looking for him to bunt for a hit there, but
yeah.
He hits the ball 500 feet and bunt for a hit. Sorry, Yasiel. No, I'd rather see him swing. He ends up hitting a liner, and Carl gets a hit. So yeah, it's tough for the pitcher over there to try to get a jump and everything. So I'd rather see him swing there.
Talk about his numbers when he puts the first pitch in play. Are you still a little amazed that he gets pitches that he can even reach?
That's a pretty good pitch. You can't just throw a ball so far out that he's not going to swing and get behind the count all the time. That ball Mac said when he came back and looked at it, he said that ball was, you know, really good pitch, and he still, you know, covered it. So we'll see.
So, Don, was on the plan to sort of get Wilson in that fashion, just to kind of, for the homecoming aspect of it, or?
No, trying to get 3 outs. You know, he's kind of been working his way back towards, you know, he's getting the ball more and more. He's been really good for us. So that was that was kind of ended up being a spot for him. No, it wasn't. No dramatics there. Just get 3 outs.
And you said you haven't decided for sure on you as the number 3 guy. Could matchups still play a part there? He's outperformed the last fight, you know, sort of.
It's just something we're not really willing to talk about yet, more than anything else. We're just not willing to say who or where or why. And honestly, we haven't had you know, enough discussions where everybody's involved. And so
how would you assess his Rookie of the Year candidacy at this point?
I don't know what everybody's doing. I mean, obviously our other guy's pretty good too. Yasiel's been good. Kid down in Florida's pretty good.
But in terms of impact, what has he meant to this team?
No, he's been great. He's been just what, you know, we've been having him in that. Basically, Kirsch and Zach. We think he's been great all year long. He's had most every outing has been pretty much quality. I mean, there's times when he'll give up some hits, but he still doesn't bend. You know, he's kind of that, you know, he bend but he doesn't break type guy. He can give up hits. He knows how to get out of jams. So we couldn't have asked for really anything more. I think of the guy that you don't really know what you're going to get, and him coming over, and you couldn't really ask for anything more. He's given us.
Should impact be a factor in Rookie of the Year considerations?
I don't know. You guys decide all that. But he's been good. He's really, I mean, there's probably certain years that he would win it hands down, and other years when you got a bunch of guys, you never know what's going to happen. So, but he's been great.
Was there any concern, Don, when he kind of awkwardly came off the mound that one time without throwing the pitch? That was a foot thing, or just?
Yeah, always when you see something like that, you hope they haven't, you know, did something. But he was fine.